What's good, y'all? It's your boy Joseph James, and I'm an artist. I'm not just an artist, I just don't do music. I'm also an art teacher during the day. I teach kindergarten all the way to 8th grade. I'm always working with the community. I threw a back to school backpack drive last year with Shiggy from Instagram. We hosted it at Chez Vous, a roller skating park in Boston. So I'm all around doing everything. Music, art, fashion with my brothers. We have our own clothing line called Yasoi. My hands is in everything. That's what makes me a Milli Mogul.
I'm King James. I'm King James. I'm King James.
My average day is crazy. Wake up at 5 in the morning. Gotta get 3 kids ready. I'm married, got 3 kids, all 5 and under. And then I go to work during the day, art teacher once again. And then I go home, spend some time with my wife, my kids, getting things ready, tuck them in for bed. And then I might have a show that night, or I might have studio or rehearsal. So all this happens like after 10 p.m. And then I get home around 2, 3 in the morning to just wake up again at 5 o'clock. So this is like every day, pretty much. Busy day. I enjoy the behind the scenes stuff. So I always tell people when the album comes out, you love it because you put so much work, but you think about the whole process of getting there, of rewriting songs, or a song you did like 3 years ago and now it's about to come out and people's like, I love this record, and you're like, man, I did that like 3-4 years ago. So music never really gets old to the public because they haven't heard it. It's old to you. So that's why I always tell artists, like, oh yeah, some people be like, oh, this is an old song I'm about to perform. I always tell people, don't say that. You're just gonna go in and perform because no one knows your music like that if you're not like popping yet. What I don't like is people that think that they're above you and you feel like you're on the same wavelength as them, or you're gonna pass them, and they've been doing this longer than you. You might have somebody that's been doing music or whatever you do before you, and now they feel like real confident and they feel like they're like on top of the world, and then they never seen like you grind that much. So then you feel like, oh, we either on the same length or I'm about to pass you. That's how I look at things. Like, so me, I like to just work with everyone. Doesn't matter if you have a name or not, as long as you're willing to work and grind and put in that work for yourself, then we could work together. Like, I think that's what art is about, just coming together and working. Not all about money. I feel like that's like last. Of course, we all want money, but that's not what's gonna bring everything together. If I could open up a show for anybody, it will be, I have 2 people. So I would say one is Nas, because Nas is like my favorite artist of all time. And it was because when I was a kid, his album Illmatic just stood out to me from the intro all the way to the end. It's just an honor just to open up for him. Second would be J. Cole. He just reminds me of like Nas, but also if you ever been to a J. Cole show, like the way he sets his stage and everything, it's like crazy. So it's just inspiring. So those would be like 2. There's also like plenty of other artists, and there's artists that I open up for that when you do that, you're like, you think different now. You're like, oh, I did that show already. Okay, nah, I'm good. So, but those 2, top.
Look at the score, yeah, yeah. Making it rain, yeah, yeah. Never going broke, yeah, yeah. Just look at my rings, yeah, yeah. I'm King James. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Best advice was from one of my students, actually. It was like, hey, are you living your dream? So like I paused for a second and was gonna say no. So then I was just like, man, that's a deep question from like, she was like 8. And I was like, wait, I was like, I am living my dream. So I was like, just because you don't have the money doesn't mean you're not living your dream. Every day I wake up, I'm an artist. I'm doing everything I said I wanted to do since I was a kid. Now the money's not there, but it's coming, right? It's a slow race. But I do everything I want to do. I do everything that I see some of my favorite artists that's in the industry already do, but it's just, like I always say, it's just money, but money doesn't really make who you are. So I thought about that and I was like, man, I live my dream every day, and like it's good to say that. If I had to retire today and retire from like everything that I do and just live like a normal life, I'll be happy because I did everything I wanted to do. Been performing on big stages already, so I did everything, opened up for big artists, my music's out there on all platforms, so I would just be happy. So yeah, I feel like that was like a big thing, and I always tell this story to everybody, it stays with me, and like kids always tell you the truth, you know, so that's what keeps me together too, is like, nah, I live my dream every day. My goal for my brand, which is music, fashion, also like community, basically to run my own label, Joey's Home Music, with different artists, which I do that now. Like I manage like 5 young teens to like middle age, and then I want to open up a community center for the arts where like you do fashion, dance, music, but it's like it's not all about the money. It's more like me be able to provide for kids that never had, especially like me coming up. I never was in centers or none of that. You either just went outside and played and that was it, and you just did like your art at home and that was it. Nobody knew you rap, sing, dance, whatever, because you just did it at home. So those are like 2 things that later on I just want to run 2 businesses, music, and then I have this whole department for like kids. My message is to never stop what you're doing. So I always tell people, people always ask me, yo, how do you do everything that you do? So I tell them, I think of myself on this train, you know, and the train's moving, it's just moving, and I don't get off, but there's other people, oh, my stop's coming up, I'm getting off, so I just stay on the train. So I'm on a moving train, so I always tell people, stay on that train, because a lot of people, you know, they have a lot of dreams and goals, and some of them just talk about it, some of them start it, and then they give up because they don't see stuff. And like, I've been doing this for a while, and like, I can say recently I've seen a lot of things that's happening for me in a positive way. I get shows now. Before I used to go around, hey, can I get a show here, get a show there? Oh, I'm gonna pay for this show. But now it's just, I get emails, random emails now from like big people in the industry, and they're like, hey, we want you to open up for this artist. Hey, this is how much we're gonna pay you. So I always just tell people, stay on that train and don't get off. And for me, I would never get off that train. In my mind, I'm on that train, never getting off. Because once I get off, I guess that's my end point. That's when I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm not normal. I'm an artist, so like I do so many things that I couldn't just go home and watch TV all day and that's it. I have to be doing something creative. Even when I'm at work and I teach art, got a quick break, I'm on that computer designing something or writing a song, listening to beats. So I'm always like doing something in between those little breaks. There's all these things that I just tell people, worry about yourself and just help out people whenever you can. And like I throw shows, and I might have some of my kids like open up, you know, for me or whatever, and it's nothing, you know. So that's what I tell people, just have them arms open, ready to help people whenever you can. Check it out. Y'all can follow me at Joseph Joey James on all social media, or you can go to my website, joeyshome.com. Shout out to Milli blog for having me. Peace.